I don't know if you prefer bottled water, if you prefer one of these. I just want to make. Ladies and gentlemen, baby Gronk. How you guys feeling today? There's the legendary flex. The chains are there. Pops is in the building.
We're feeling good. How's everybody doing? Let's get this going.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for coming onto our show. I want to dive deep and have a real genuine conversation about you being baby Gronk's father, what it takes from your side that people don't see behind the cameras, and just all the hard effort that you as a father have put into making your son be what he is today, because you don't see a lot of 9, 10, 11-year-old kids out there putting in the work that baby Gronk puts in.
Yeah. Whenever they look at us on the internet, they really only see the highlights. They only see, the amazing catches. They only see him talking that, he's almighty, but they don't see the pain. They don't see the suffering. They don't see the hours and time we put in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they really can't appreciate it. And at the end of the day, you got different reasons on why people don't like them, or people are jealous of them, or people hate on them. Mostly, you'll be surprised, the parents of the kids are the ones who have the most jealousy. And I think it's because they didn't make their own damn baby Gronk.
Are the baby Gronks in your genes, would you say?
Man, I was a high school superstar, you could say. I was a good football player. The thing is, the mom's white, so that helps out a lot. If I would have had like a Mexican lady, she probably would have been shorter, and I probably would have went straight baseball, to be honest. But he does play baseball as well. A lot of people don't know that. And we don't show that because they don't even want to watch the MLB. It's boring.
At what age did you guys start with the football career?
So I let him be a kid, dude. He's still a kid now, but I let him have the phone and everything else until like 5 years old. And then I just took it away. And I told his mom, hey, we got to get to work. So 6 years old, you could say, we started training. He couldn't catch a football. He couldn't cut. It was bad, you know what I'm saying? But we put in, man, dude, I used to have this nighttime job, and I worked at 8 at night to 8 in the morning. So 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, And right when he would come home to school, I'd be up waiting for him, and we'd go work out. And then we just did it every day.
I have 3 kids, 2 sons, 1 daughter, and I practice soccer with my older son. He's 9 years old, and we practice soccer all the time. But there was one point where it's like, I felt like, am I pressuring him too much? Does he even like it? Does he not? At what point did you know that baby Gronk loves football rather than just that's what you love and want him to do?
It's like this, dude. If I played football and I sold drugs, so I'm going to show him how to play football. I'm not going to show him how to sell drugs. That's the only things I ever knew. So if you have a guy who's a lawyer and he's going to show his kids how to get into law school. So if you got a guy who cuts yards for a living, he got his own company, he's going to show his kids how to cut grass. All I did was show him what I knew. So there's no, I'm on to live through him. Football is good. Sports in general is good for the kids because it teaches them real life lessons. When they say that stuff's real. We just saw that guy Hamlin go down with that heart attack or whatever,
scary
right?
to see.
Look at everybody praying, dude. Imagine if everybody prayed together and came together and donated money to children when they needed to before anything ever happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine if we helped out each other, dude. The whole world's getting ran by paper, by money. If we helped each other out, we're all good. Yeah. Nobody's broke. Nobody's hurting.
Well, basically, from what we see is that you put in 110% of your effort behind your son to push him to be the best he could be. I don't see it as you overdoing it or you forcing anything on him. I see you truly and genuinely care about his future, right?
Yeah.
Where you have people out there that might have a different opinion where they think that you're forcing it on him, that, you're being too tough on him. Have you ever had instances where you felt like, okay, maybe I'm pushing him a little bit too much?
Man, the way I was raised, dude, either you want it or you don't. Either you go all out or you don't do what you're doing.
I feel like more parents should work on pushing their kids to
it's not going to happen. Different generations, different times. These parents are getting worse. The kids are getting worse. The technology and the internet, social media, they even say social media is messing up the brains. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is they're going to get worse. You see what they're promoting, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, the ads, they're brainwashing these kids.
Do you feel like you have to come from a poor background to have the grind that, let's say, you have, or even if you were a wealthy man, would you still have the same energy to push Baby Gronk?
I think it's different situations. Sometimes you can come from a poor background and get it out the mud, what they call it, you know, and you have something to play for or want. But I also think that if your parents lived a bad childhood or came through hard times, they got to know how to mix it in, because no, you don't want your kid to go through the same things or force them, but you're going to have to put that old generation in them.
At what age did you decide to get Baby Gronk an Instagram and try to actually putting his image online?
Man, we came up with the name, bro, Baby Gronk. I was talking to my friend, you know, I went to his recess, right? And I saw, you know, he was dragging all these kids. He was playing football. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was like 5. And I was like, dang, he looked like a little Baby Gronk, you know? And I told my boy, you know, that used to rap with me, I was like, hey, man, what you think about Baby Gronk? Or make something catchy? He was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I said, man, you know what? Easy for kids to say, you know, Baby Gronk. And it hit, you know what I'm saying? Like Barney and Baby Bop and all that, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy. So at 5 years old, bro, we went viral, dude. I said, hey, I told my boy, hey, bro, let's make him pull a truck and we're going to go viral. And he was like, yeah. And we went viral.
That was the first viral video?
First viral video.
And IG just blew up after that, or what happened after that?
Man, it blew up, bro. A company called Overtime really took all the clips and just made them go. You know, then they came over there and did a video on them. And then after one company picks you up, then several companies will come attack you, you know, when you go viral. Yeah. So that's what happened. And then we ain't got no relationship with Overtime right now.
How did it feel when those viral moments started to happen? Was there more pressure on Baby Gronk that now the eyes are on you, you have to perform even more than what you usually do? Or you guys just kept doing what you've been doing?
I put pressure on him every day. Yeah. Like, shit, there ain't no pressure more than, you know, his dad. You know, he puts pressure on himself trying to be great. You know, when he goes to school, he's trying to make all A's. You know, like, I'm trying to beat every kid in here.
How's school for him? Is he class famous right now in the school too as well?
They man, do they all know you as Baby Gronk? So yeah, they all know him as Baby Gronk, bro. We'll go to Urban Air, dude. His mom take him to Urban Air and everybody's following him in the whole line, dude. Baby Gronk, Baby Gronk, Baby Gronk. Take pictures, go to high school football games. You got, you know, both teams, dude, following them, taking pictures. The dudes signing shoes, shirts. You know, it's big.
Yeah, I definitely see on the gram too when y'all go out to like basketball games or football games.
Yeah.
You guys are always like running into some celebs.
Oh yeah, all the time, bro. Houston Rockets, shout out to him.
I saw y'all met Boban, Shaq down there, and all that.
So it's more or less, bro. He's a certified, you know, verified, you know, influencer.
When those moments start to happen like that with influencing the youth, do you try not to get lost in the moment so much because you know the bigger picture is making it to the league? How do you kind of stay away and not let the success right now and the attention right now not get in the way of the dream down the road?
So what happened to me, dude, was I was humble. So when I was a football star, what happens when you're a football star in high school or college or pros? Attention comes, women come, you know, money comes, everything.
All the distractions.
So I couldn't handle it, dude. I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't have it before. So it broke me. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling depression and everything else. Mm-hmm. So I thought, man, hey, let me make my son be around women already at an early age. Let me make my son hold a whole bunch of money so he can know how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Let me make my son be around all these famous people. So everything now is normal. So imagine Baby Gronk in high school. Oh man, I already seen those kind of women. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I've already had all that money. I'm not gonna spend. I'm gonna hold it. That's what I'm doing, dude.
How does the competition feel on the field for Baby Gronk? You know, are the other when he's playing against other teams, is there jealousy because they're playing against Baby Gronk? Do they try to go harder on him? Do they try to hit harder?
Yeah, that's what I want to know is when he's out there on the field.
They say he's a target, right? Yeah. But think about this: is Tom Brady a target?
Yeah.
If you're good, I think you're a target. If you play football and you got the ball in your hand, I think you're a target. So I don't believe in that target word, right? But at the end of the day, shit, we want that attention, you know, and he trains for it. And it's like you going to war. You know what I'm saying? We got to be ready.
Yeah, and it's plus is better for the highlight reels too.
Oh yeah, they're going full speed.
What happened with Oregon? At one point, he committed and then decommitted. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Max Preps had posted, you know, when he committed to Oregon, and then man, he really just said, he didn't want to go, and it's more or less, he just decommitted. We're open right now.
Yeah. Makes sense. Why lock in at a young age when the world's in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Is there any teams right now that y'all are thinking of?
Texas, Alabama, LSU, and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
And Texas A&M.
Yeah. I could see you playing for Alabama for sure.
He's almost taller than Nick Saban. Y'all
Yeah.
see that picture?
Yeah, I saw that. Man, that's crazy. I mean, the world is right there in front of you, and I think that down the road, especially with teams like Alabama and some of those others that he mentioned, they're ready for him.
Yeah.
At an NFL, is there a certain team that you want to see him play for? It doesn't really matter as long as it's one of the 32 teams.
I think the game's going to change. I think more or less, bro, they're going to be paying millions. I mean, they're already paying millions for you to commit somewhere. So we're talking money, like whoever's going to pay the most money, we're probably going to commit to so we can set his life up,
With them already having a big image at a young age, and when we talk about like the NIL, name, image, likeness, how do you see that coming into effect for Baby Gronk at an early age and the money starting to come in for the NIL?
And I knew that it was coming 2 years before it came. This guy I knew, he was in, and he told me, get him ready, get everything going. He knew I was good on the internet. And I think the high schoolers, whenever he's in high school, he's a fourth grader right now, he's gonna be a millionaire by senior year. That's the goal. That's the plan. That's what's gonna happen.
And I'm sure you're gonna do the best you can to keep him humble and not let any of that get in the way of the hard work. Or I guess, how would you control that to make sure that the millions of dollars aren't affecting the bigger picture?
Certain accounts, certain times he can get the money, touch the money.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You got to keep it away.
Yeah.
From
And the thing is, not even that, man, I'm gonna be everywhere. So like I hear a lot of people when they raise kids, they're like, hey, he'll learn, he'll go through it, he'll learn the hard way, Now, why am I gonna make him learn the hard way? I know what the hell you're gonna go through when you go to college, the loneliness, the homesick and all that. I'm gonna move with you. I get a little apartment with you. We're gonna finish it.
Speaking of like committing to like Oregon and other different colleges, I know in Texas, high school football is really, really big. So, and I know some schools, they're known for, say, recruiting kids. Like, what high school do you want them to go and play football for?
See, that changes too. So, like, the powerhouses change, dude. Like, I remember back in the day, I remember, Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
He played at Allen.
Yeah.
So, Southlake used to step on him every year with Chase Daniel back in the day. Then Allen came up and started being the powerhouse. See, I played in Solana. Solana won 68 games in a row. If you go Google it right now, they got like 8 or 9 state titles. Like, I think they're like tied with Plano, So I know all about that, how it's going to change. So we're going to move where the offense fits them, where the neighborhood fits them, where if they're paying, where they're paying them. So we're moving for football. See, back in my day, I got recruited in high school for football. We had house phones, and they called my mom on the house phone, and they said, hey, if you move over here, we'll pay your rent for a year. And I got recruited, back then. So they've been doing this.
I feel like a lot of times we as parents see potential in our child way before the child sees the potential. If people out there are saying, is this something that you want, which is for him to make it to the NFL, or do you think he wants it just as much? And to follow up that question, what happens in a year or two if Baby Gronk says, look, Dad, I'm sorry, I just lost my love for football, I don't want to play anymore? What happens then?
Man, I just don't think that happens, dude. When you are raised by a certain person or you're raised in certain ways, you're not gonna fold, you're not gonna break. That's not gonna happen. That's not in your it's not your character.
Yeah, because we as parents, we know how hard the real world is. So it's like when you see that your kid has a talent that can make millions of dollars out there by doing something they enjoy or love, you don't want them to lose that opportunity and then go work for $12, $15 an hour and break their back every single day.
Yeah.
But sometimes kids don't understand that. And so I definitely see why you as a parent keep pushing him and trying to kind of
I got to stay on
his
him,
mental
man.
right.
I got to stay on him in every, I stay on him on eating. I stay on him on workouts. I stay on him on school. I stay on him on bedtime. I mean, it's strict, dude.
Yeah, it's like a 24-hour grind. You got to be all around.
Man, I don't sleep, bro. Y'all probably see the black in my eyes. You know, that's all I do.
When it's not football related, what is some things that Baby Gronk does for fun that's not football related?
Man, all he does is play Madden.
Ultimate is he better than you at Madden right now? Or
man, that dude spends about $300 a week on Ultimate Team.
Really?
Buying players.
Balling.
I'm telling you.
When did Baby Gronk get the chain? I see it on IG all the time.
He got the Baby Gronk chain about 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
You know, he got a lot of chains. But the thing is, like, I tell him, man, like, you know, them chains don't mean nothing. Right. You know, you really want your name to mean something, you know. And I know a lot of people look at Baby Gronk and like, oh, why did y'all get Gronk's name? Gronk rocks with us, bro. Gronk follows us, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, he rocks with us. So the thing is, it was just a catchy name, bro. It's just like a rapper's name. You know, we're entertainment. You know, that's why we got that name. But at the end of the day, we're still gonna represent the real name. I named him after John Madden. So damn, we made for football, you know.
Yeah. Plus the look-alike is there too with Gronk.
Yeah,
you know?
Plus
when he does the flex.
That's why I was thinking, bro.
Yeah, just to talk about the name. So, how did you come up with? I mean, we get Madden was it because of John Madden? Because of the game Madden?
So, like, man, funny story, dude. Like, you know, back in my younger days before I had kids, man, I try to be, you know, a trap star. So, like, I'd be at the apartment and I'd be playing Madden, dude. You know, and they just showed me how to play online. You know, I didn't know how to play, and I was playing online. And I was like, shit, 30-0. That was good, you know. And I was
really good for online.
I was playing, dude. And all of a sudden, you know, the guy that needed some shit came, and he was like, you know, hey man, you know, they're already itching and shit. You know, he's drunk and wanting to go. I was like, man, hey, sit down, man. You know, I gotta play this Madden. You know what I'm saying? So I love the game, man. I've been playing. That's the only video game I ever played. So whenever I had a kid, I said, man, I'm gonna name him Madden because, you know, I love that game.
It really fits, you know, the image and everything. And
no, that's his real name, dude. I you know, I don't believe in that. Put the middle name and call him by it. You know, my sister did that.
What's the one team you play with on Madden?
Me or him?
You.
I don't play it no more.
No, it's just him now.
Yeah,
pass it down.
What team does Baby Gronk play with?
Go ahead, Baby Gronk.
Bills.
Every year, no matter how they do, or will you switch up if they suck?
Every year.
Every year. Oh man, I might have to play Baby Gronk in Madden. I haven't played in like 3 years, but I gotta. You think you could take me easily if I haven't played in 3 years?
I'll play it for 1,000.
Man, Baby Gronk already knows the hustle. let me think about that. Let me check the bank account and things like that. Make sure I got enough just in case I lose, and then I'll come back to you on that one. I mean, so is it practice, school, Madden, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like what the
what's the daily routine like?
So here's the thing, dude. Like I said, his mom's white, right? And we didn't have no family pictures in our house, so we were raised, I guess you could say, hard, tough. I remember a time whenever it was Christmas, and we were opening up presents, right? And I looked at my dad, and my dad was all coked up. You know, I remember that look. I always want to show him my gift, but I knew he didn't care or he wasn't there. So I remember whenever my dad used to, you know, be all coked up and dry mouth, I'd bring him water bottles when I was his age. Here, Dad. I knew what he was doing. Here, Dad. Remember when we used to go to like family parties, and my uncles and my dad would be there, and whenever I saw them all go to the restroom, I knew what time it was. Mm-hmm. So I would go over there and knock for my dad to get him out. That's how I was raised. Yeah. But my girl was raised different. Her mom's a teacher. Been a teacher for like 30 years. You know, she was a cheerleader, raised in a good neighborhood, good high school. So they were raised differently. So they go to events and museums and all the I guess you could say white people stuff. Mm-hmm. So she takes him to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is not bad. I wish I could have seen some of that stuff.
Right.
So it's a good balance on what we got, on how I treat him and the kid things she does with them. She cares a lot about her kids. I can say that. Great mother. So she does a lot of kid stuff. She makes sure that they get the kid stuff. You know, he got a sister and they're real close, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to do that stuff.
I mean, with where you come from and how you were raised and the things that you saw at your age, it only makes sense that that's the fire inside of you that every time you want to sit back and relax, I'm sure you think back on those times and you get up and kill it again and again and again because that's the motivation that you think of or that you go to.
You see, I used to be like that when I was younger, dude. get motivated thinking about the past, but I kind of let the past go when my kids came. See, the past will kill you if you dwell on it. I used to have nightmares, dude, like just thinking about the past and my family. My mom went blind too back in the day, and she had diabetes, and she went blind, lost her sight, dude. I used to hear her crying through the walls, you know. It used to hurt me. Like, I used to think about all that stuff. That's why I did a lot of drugs. That's why I lived, you know, a fast life. But now, dude, I don't even think about the past. All I think about my kids.
What motivates you right now?
Shit, my kids.
Yeah.
My kids,
Seeing them.
they give me life, bro. If I lost them, I'll go crazy. Like, I don't know what I'd do.
But you do appreciate the past just a little bit, though, because it's helping you raise your kids now.
Man, my mind's different now, bro. I think it goes through stages, bro. I'm 35.
That you were raised in such a tough and a different environment back in the day that it helps you out
Now.
and now raising your kids.
I don't, bro. I wish I was raised right. I wish I was raised with good parents that had degrees on in my rooms.
But
You know,
would
I
you be
wish
the same person then? You know, you might not be.
Yeah, would you
Man,
have the grind that you
we
know?
don't know that, but I wish
Right.
I was raised right. I wish I was shown right. If you don't see bad stuff and that bad stuff is not normal, then it might be right. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, dude. The Hispanics and the African Americans, they're raised to defend themselves. Oh, if he says anything, he touches you or he touches your face, man, you step up to him. What's up, bro? You know, and you step up and handle business, right? You be a man, right? Well, what about those white people that are nerds and they're like, hey, man, and they let them take their lunch money and they eat it. They don't got no pride, right? They don't got no pride at all. They become doctors. They become lawyers. They become successful. So who's right? The guy with the pride that got in that fight and those fights led up to different stuff, or that little nerd guy that ate it and they have no pride and now he's successful?
Yeah.
So what's right?
I see what you're saying. Like, if you didn't go through what you had to go through when you were young, it wouldn't have held you back so much. You know what I mean? Like, you could have maybe made it further.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think that.
You're the wide receiver. You have good hands.
Yeah. You down me? I catch that ball like Justin Jefferson.
No, I wasn't doubting you. I was just. But when I look at your IG, I always see clips of you with different types of girls, and girls always in your videos. What's going on with you and all the girls out there?
What? I'm him. I like all types of girls.
Blondes, brunettes, cheerleaders. It seems like the girls love you right now. Is that true?
Yes.
So I watched a lot of your IG videos and things like that, but do you really think you're going to make it all the way to the NFL?
You down me again? First round, first pick.
Man, I don't know about that. So your dad, he's been your manager your whole life, right? Would you ever fire your dad as your manager?
You're gonna make me pull a Draco out on you.
Whoa.
All right, baby Gronk. So I know football is your whole entire life, you know, but how are the grades looking like in school? I mean, you got all A's, B's, you got a couple C's in there. What's it looking like?
Man, I got a baddie. She does all my work for me.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
So once again, thank you guys for coming. Great episode. We appreciate you showing love and coming out here and telling us a little bit about you. And maybe one day we'll do this again.
Thanks for having me. But where's my check at?
Check.